Face of the Revolution qualifying match. The surprise opponent turned out to be the limitless Keith Lee, who came in, defeated Isaiah Cassidy. Now, I don't think I have any real cutting takes here. I think my takes are ultimately very honest in the case of Keith Lee here, but also very lukewarm. Like, there's nothing really shocking what I'm about to tell you guys here. Look at how easy it is to let a man be a wrestling star by just letting him be himself, right? That's all you have to do. Just let the guy come in, be himself, let him have that connection, that special connection that he has with every wrestling audience that has ever seen him wrestle, and just let him do his thing. No fucking Bearcat bullshit where it's like this repackaging. Folks, I'm not going to sit here and pretend, okay, that I know all the intricacies of wrestling booking. Au contraire, from what I understand about it, it's complex, lots of moving parts, lots of egos, lots of personalities that you have to deal with, okay? I get that. But ultimately, you're booking a show. You're telling your talent, you go out there, you do this. And you want people to react, because that's how wrestling works. You want people to get excited for what you're doing. You want crowd reactions. You want people to be happy, because then when you come back into their town, you're going to buy another ticket to go see it because you're like, God damn, last time we were here, what a fucking great show. That's the basics of it. So, booking a show, not easy, but it's also possible to make it harder for yourself. And WWE putting Bearcat, not knowing what to do with Keith Lee, creating the Bearcat bullshit, where they're telling him to go to the ring and you look menacing, you look angry. They were asking him to wrestle like Omos. Don't do any crazy shit. You're a big guy. You wrestle like a big man. They didn't even ask him to wrestle like Kane. Kane would do dives. Kane would do the clothesline from the top rope shit. They're not even asking him to do that. Like, wrestle like Omos. Wrestle like fucking Braun Strowman. When you have someone who is so special, and on top of that, you're a heel. You're a heel. Keith Lee, a heel. But we know WWE has a track record at making things harder for themselves. At SummerSlam 2021, the biggest babyface in the company comes back, and they turn her heel. And to this day, people still aren't buying it. But no, she's a heel. Fucking blows my mind. Put him in a weird ass singlet. When the visual of Keith Lee, this mass of manhood, just right before you, he's not a skinny dude. But that's not what Keith Lee is. He doesn't have to be skinny. Don't have to cover it up. That's the part of it. Like you said, look at the size of this guy. He should not be doing what he's doing. And I know we say that a lot about a lot of wrestlers, a lot of big guys, like, oh, he shouldn't be cartwheeling, my God. But Keith Lee is legitimately amazing in the ring. He really does shit that he shouldn't be doing. Like, physically impossible. It pisses me off when I see that. And then it's like, the Bearcat shit. Let it play out, Warren. That's what they tell me. Let's just see where this goes. Well, it goes straight to AEW. Without the Bearcat bullshit. And the guy is treated like a superstar. And he acts like a superstar. And I'm going to tell you right now, by the way, botch spots and chair shots. Nice to see you. Welcome to the chat. Same to you, Nick Nutter. I'm going to tell you guys this. The weirdest part about this whole thing that I saw today were, and I'm not going to name any names. Wrestling reporters reviewing the Keith Lee return or entry into AEW, let's put it that way. And talking about how he's winded, how, he put on some weight and whatever, like he's fat. He got winded during the match. And I'm telling you this. That guy, Keith Lee, was never a small guy. I don't know what kind of weight he suddenly put on. He looks exactly like he's always looked like, first and foremost. Second of all, if you saw the same match I did, didn't look winded. If he acted like he was winded, or maybe he was selling, but he was not winded because he would not be hitting the spot that he was hitting if he was gassed. And these are from reputable sources, right? Kind of outs their own sources, who they're talking to. When I see that kind of wild ass bullshit, it just boggles my mind. But this is the kind of shit that happens. Like, it's one thing to have troll accounts on Twitter saying, WWE made AEW, made Keith Lee great. What a traitor. He was never great in the first place. That's one thing. But then to turn around and have, personalities that have tenure, been doing this for a while, trying to spin something very backhandedly. Like, come on. I mean, then it starts becoming a little transparent. And that starts pissing me off. There was nothing wrong about Keith Lee's debut. Perfect stuff. In and out. Looked like $1 million. Treated like he should be. I don't know what more you want. Wonderful power moves with Isaiah Cassidy. Again, Isaiah Cassidy. Who's the guy you put into the big situation to get someone over? Isaiah Cassidy. Why? Because he's fantastic. I told you guys this earlier. Matt Hardy leaves due to eccentric behavior. That's what they said on commentary. Oh, Matt Hardy jumps over the barricade, leaves because of eccentric behavior. Where do you think this is leading, folks? You've only got one guess. Did I say hi to Pluggo? Good to see you, Pluggo. Then the other debut, Jay White, showing up on AEW. The Elite are attacking Roppongi Vice, Rocky Romero and Trent Beretta, and they're attacking them. And then after that, Jay White sort of saunters in. Adam Cole goes, look who's here. And he just picks up Trent Beretta and tosses him into the trailer. Jay White, look, I popped, I marked out, whatever you, mark the fuck out. I'm a Jay White guy. I'm a huge Jay White guy. The kind of guy whose career grew on me, the guy grew on. I love Jay White. He is still to this day the best heel in the business. To this day. And he's there in AEW. Later, it's revealed that Adam Cole invited him. And he said that when you're Bullet Club for life. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is adding so many fantastic fucking wrinkles. It's like, oh, so it's not just a question of, is Jay White coming in and is really a part of the Elite? Or, are we starting up are we extending the North American faction of Bullet Club, right? Because the Tongans are in Impact along with Chris Bay, right? And Jay White is there too, and they're all Bullet Club. Are we gonna get some Bullet Club sprinkles in AEW? When Kenny comes back, Kenny's gonna come in. He's like, You know, when Kenny left, he was like, you guys got to hold down the fort. He told that to the Bucks. But the Bucks are just like, what the fuck is going on kind of thing. The Bucks are, you know, things are happening and they're like, what the hell is Adam Cole doing? Adam Cole's coming in for a power play, man. He's coming in for a power play. He's going to take over. He's bringing in Jay White. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Gorillas of Destiny show up on AEW. I wouldn't be surprised one single bit at this point. And you know where I think this leads us? I think it leads us to, down the line to a blood and guts match, the Elite versus Bullet Club. You got the Bullet Club on one side and you got the Elite. You've got the Bucks, Kenny. Oh, and who could a fourth person be in the Elite? Cody Rhodes. And people would lose their shit for that. There's so much great stuff. And Jay White, and back to Jay White for a second though. I don't like, Jay White is not leaving New Japan. I absolutely don't think so. I think Jay White he's a star, but he's a mega star in Japan. And I think he still has more to give. I think he's a main eventer in Japan. He's a Wrestle Kingdom main eventer in Japan. I think in North America, despite his pedigree, despite the fact that a lot of us nerds know who he is, he will have to fight for a spot. And I think his is made right now. I don't think he's going anywhere just yet. But on the flip side, he's in North America. He's doing all sorts of dates. He's going to do New Japan Strong. He's going to do Impact. He's going to do AEW. Why wouldn't he do that? Because right now in Japan, they're barely running shows. They had to cancel a full week of shows 2 weeks ago. So they're barely running shows at full capacity, and New Japan is giving everyone a pay cut. All the talent are taking a 10 to 15% slash on their salaries. We talked about this last week. So why wouldn't Jay White stay in North America where shows are running every fucking week? Every fucking weekend there is a wrestling show happening. So whatever money that New Japan slashed from him, I wouldn't be surprised if he was like, when they told him that, it was like, well, look, I'm going to stay in North America, keep me here, and I'm going to run some extra dates to make up for whatever you're taking away from me. And that would be absolutely legitimate. I'm excited. I'm excited to see where this goes. Because it's Jay White. Jay White rules.